By popular request, we're doing a follow-up video of all of the brand new Boujee Boba bubble tea locations here in London. All right, we are back here in London with Isaac from Boujee Boba, and we're not at his ghost kitchen today. We're at one of his brand new shop locations, one of 3 actually. So first we're gonna take a look at this one, and he's gonna show us around, and we'll go from there. Location number 1 is Boujee Boba here in Stepney Green. And as a reminder, this is a working shop location, and we're on a super busy London road, so there's cars going by and refrigerators in the background, so if you hear any noise, you know what it's from. So before we begin, would you mind telling us how your grand opening went?
Of course, it was overwhelming. Didn't expect the support we got. Queues around the block. Honestly, it was surreal. I think we opened at 5 o'clock and we were in here setting up from about 1 p.m.
All right, well, congratulations. I'm super excited for you, and I definitely want to take a look behind the counter, and I'm sure you guys do at home as well. Let's see how it's laid out.
So this is behind the scenes where most of the work happens. So we've got our POS system. Customers come in, take orders. We've got our delivery that we've started as well, so people can order online, drivers come and collect it, deliver it to your door. Then we've introduced our coffees, meal deals, so we've got a selection of crisps or chips, if you call that in America. Then we've got muffins and stuff like that. We also have a soft serve machine, which helps us, give you soft serve ice cream. We've got a couple of interesting ideas coming in for summer. Then it also helps us make our milkshakes. Then obviously got the sealing machines, our blenders. There's a range of our syrups, so it's quite nice on view, a bit colourful. So a very simple coffee machine, jellies, popping boba, all easy to serve. Customer comes in, take the order from there. If there's a ticket goes up there. From there, then obviously the first thing that goes into the cups are the toppings. Tapioca in here. Then we've got, if they're having some jelly or popping boba, put that in the cup, and then we turn around to here. So if it's a fruit tea, we then choose our syrups, add our desired tea, ice, shake it, cool it down, and straight into the cup with ice if required. Obviously got the fructose machine for the desired sugar levels to go into seal. And once we seal the cup, it's back onto the counter, pass it on to the customer. We have 2 ice machines, and they're sufficient. Yeah. But saying that, when the summer comes, we'll find out. I'm fortunate enough we've got a dark kitchen down the road with a walk-in freezer, and I've got tons of ice in there, so it's just a matter of, if you need it, just popping down there and grabbing a few boxes.
Isaac, I'm curious to know what it's been like in terms of previously being in a dark kitchen most of the time, not often seeing customers, right? You're working behind the scenes. Now all of a sudden, loads of customers, you're out in the open doing your thing. What was that like for you?
Wow, where can I start? It was a bit of a shock. Even like me being a chef for over 15 years, a lot of my work is behind the scenes. End of the night, you might meet and greet a few customers, but that was it. Especially nowadays, everyone wants to go on TikTok. They want to do a snippet of their drinks being made so they can post it to their stories. I'd be there making drinks from a dark kitchen, and I could see in the corner of my eye being recorded or people are watching. Makes you nervous when you're not used to people watching you. Now everything's open. Do you understand? There's nowhere to hide behind, so you got to make sure everything's on point. Before we opened this, we were almost in a dark kitchen for eight months. We're still running the dark kitchen. Took a week, 2 weeks maybe. After that, you just get used to it. It's a part of the environment now.
And I hear you're a little bit of a celebrity now too. Now that people are actually seeing you on a daily basis, you're quite more well known in the area and online in the community too. Is that correct?
I wouldn't say a celebrity as such. It's just got a lot of people that want to invest in businesses. I've helped them out, causing queues around the block. People get to notice, want to know who's behind the brand. I was born and bred in this area, so I've already got a connection with the community, an easier icebreaker.
And I'm sure a lot of people might be curious. So you still have your ghost kitchen, and you still have all of the businesses that you're running through that for just delivery. Then you have this brick and mortar location, and it also has delivery, right? So now you've got another opportunity for even more delivery options to pop up when people are looking for a bubble tea.
Through COVID, delivery market has grown unbelievably. I wouldn't know the stats, but I think it's almost doubled. So a lot of people, even to basic things as your milk and bread, you're getting delivered to home now instead of popping to the shops. So why not have your bubble tea delivered to your home? If you're not already doing deliveries, explore it, because it could bring in another 20 to 50% extra in revenue on top of what you get that walk through. But there are a lot of tips and tricks you'll have to learn, like making sure all your drinks are getting delivered without getting destroyed en route. We've had a lot of learning curves, especially with sparkling drinks.
And the second location we're heading to now is Forest Gate. It's literally right next to the tube station.
This location is at Forest Gate, literally a stone's throw away from the station, a lot of foot flow. It's a slightly smaller location, however, it's not about size, it's what you can do with it. Very similar to Stepney Green, a little bit more compact. It's where you locate yourself. It's all about the foot flow. In this one, we've got coffees, so people grabbing the morning coffees. We do bubble tea based coffees, like a iced boba latte, you like a tapioca, you like your coffee, get a hit of that in the morning.
This area is like about half of the size of the other one that we were just in terms of behind the counter and in front of the counter as well. So would you mind showing us around real quick?
Of course. So again, this is, imagine like a kiosk. People walk through the door, place the order here. Now if they want ordered coffees, we've got a coffee machine here, freshly ground coffee, all our cups. Not sure if you can see the rice cooker here for the tapioca. And then we've got our fructose machine, our sealing machine, tea urns, got our popping boba, jellies are kept in the fridge, and we take it out as and when we need it.
Is it safe to say then that probably up until about noon you mostly sell coffee, but then once the kids get out of school around after lunchtime-ish, it's probably when you start selling more bubble tea, right?
Absolutely. Saying that, you'd be surprised, we still do sell bubble tea in the morning. As much as some people don't prefer the coffee, they might like the caffeine from a fruit tea. Nice, fruity, refreshing drink to start your day. In all our locations, we have most of our menu the same, but depending on the location, we've adapted it slightly to the area. Some desserts shops, we've got access to desserts that we can make, like cake shakes. Each and every location's got something different. This is one of our franchises. There's a number of ways to franchise. You've got licensing to full turnkey franchises. What that means is we pick a location collectively and we kit it out, and you literally come in, turn the key. Then you got other aspects of licensing virtual kitchens. It's like, for example, you go into Tesco's and you grab your Costa coffee. Still going to Tesco's, but you're also getting a good coffee. So you can have, like, for example, if you've got your dessert shop, you're thinking about introducing bubble tea, why not bring a brand that's well known? Would bring a lot more business, followers, expertise, recipes, support. So what that will mean is you can increase your revenue alongside your current business. So this is something we do in Angel. They were a dessert place. They thought about introducing bubble tea. I've got another one in Ilford, which is actually a bubble tea shop itself, but we ran a virtual brands from there. So what that means is you might walk into the shop and not know we're there. But when you're ordering online, you're ordering from that location. All the staff is trained with our recipes, but they've got their own brand. But we bring them additional income through virtual brands. That means more than one store in that location. The other thing is deliveries. There's ways and softwares available now that let you integrate multiple brands. So example, a small shop like this, you've got a POS system here. You don't see any tablets. So you've got Uber Eats, Just Eat, Deliveroo, but you can't see those tablets because it's all integrated into one system, making it easier for the staff to make orders quickly, efficiently, without having to find the tablet which is pinging, make sure they've accepted it, making sure they can read it, because all different tablets have different fonts, sizes, modifications in different sections of the receipts. Integration is definitely one of the ways forward, and especially you want to do if you have got a lot of brands. is ideal.
So Isaac, I'm curious to know how often you visit all the shops. I mean, is it one of those things where you're here every day? Are you here just like once a week? Are you literally just running around to all the shops? Like, how does that work for you?
That's funny. Initially when we launch is literally running back and forward to the shop we've just launched. I do visit the shops once a week, every other week. I mystery shop the shops. So my management team that none of the franchisees have ever meet or will ever know. Okay. Yeah, so that they can come in, make sure all the drinks are to the standard we expect them to be. The shops are running the way they should be. Also mystery shopping via our delivery platforms. We order drinks. It's about quality control, making sure we're staying on top of our franchisees, our own shops, everything. Unbelievable how many orders I actually shop from my own shops, just to make sure the teams are doing everything they need to do and doing it correctly, so that the customer is getting the same experience in every shop possible.
Yeah, definitely, because that's your brand on the line. Like, if those things start going downhill from one shop next, it could really affect your overall brand. So that's super important. And I think what you're doing is great, sending mystery shoppers out there and, doing investigative research, make sure everyone's doing everything on point and keeping everything with quality control. So that's really good. And understanding how busy you are, do you think you'll eventually get a manager to kind of step in and take your place? Or are you comfortable with the amount of work that you're doing right now?
Well, right now I'm comfortable, but as we grow, there'll be a completely infrastructure put in place in terms of having managers, area managers. There's so much 1, 2, 3 people can do. If you want to grow, to nationwide brands, you need to make sure you've got that infrastructure in place. You need people in marketing, people in branding.
Now, this is a bit of a logistical side, nitty-gritty question. Now, do you pay the shops? Do the shops pay you? Do you have an accountant who kind of handles everything? How does that work?
As much as we're growing in the last year, a lot of the stuff has been handled by myself. At the moment, it's all the licensing, all the profits, all come through me at the moment, but is overseen by an accountant to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. Everything is in black and white, contracts in place, so everyone gets paid on certain days of the week. It's a structure that's quite popular if you know about virtual brands. Back to one of the previous questions, we'll probably need an accounting department to manage through each store's revenues, profits, etc.
Yeah, because when you've got one shop, it's pretty easy to do things yourself. You just handle everything. But then as soon as you got more shops or more locations or events or kiosks or whatnot, especially for you for franchising and licensing, it can get out of control. So it's good that you have all that in place now as you're growing. And then that way, when you take it to an even bigger level, and maybe in the future we'll come back, you'll have 10 shops soon. You never know, maybe within the next year, probably. Then that way I'll be asking you that same question. You'll be like, guess what? We've got a team of people already in place. We've already got it going. So that's great. That's really cool. All right, well, that wraps up today's video. Again, Isaac, I am super excited to be here. Thanks again for having me to come check out your locations. I'm super excited for you. This is amazing. And thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. Take care.